Um, yeah. So how I've been kind of having how I've been kind of setting up the podcast and everything was
Mm,
that we were going to do the podcast Friday.
okay.
The
Friday.
following Monday, when we start getting a more of a following, the following Monday I'll do this thing called a weekly rundown where certain topics that I see that most people are commenting on, I would do a deeper dive into it, and it'll be a short 10 minute long short form podcast that would be something I post on our shorts and our on our TikTok for like smaller content, but at the same time drawing people into the podcast. And then what else? I do that twice a week. I do it one on Tuesday. I do one on Monday, and I do another one Thursday. And but now since we ain't really got people into our community and everything, what I've been doing is I've made about three now. I've made three now that's gonna follow this one. So you're gonna have two, and then there's gonna be one after. There's gonna be two before, one after. So this one will be posted next Friday
Okay.
coming up, and then I have two weekly rundowns that come before it. So I already got those
Ah,
already made and edited. So we're gonna
got
drop
it.
this one on Friday, and then we got somewhere in between there. We got to get together and make a few more, and then I'm gonna drop them while dropping stuff in between. But those things just gonna kind of more. Those weekly rundowns gonna more elaborate on what we talked about in the podcast. Maybe I'll pick a quick something to go deeper into until we build up enough people in the podcast community to actually start kind of like talking to the people and everything. So that's what I kind of been working on since you haven't been around, Mister. I hurt my Achilles, little baby. You're Aaron Rodgers now, huh?
It hurts,
So
dude.
I've been working on that. Then on top of that, I want to start. I got some doctor shit I'm trying to handle real quick.
Yeah, what's that about?
So
What's that?
I don't know if I ever told you I had I always have this like pain in my ankle. I fucked up my ankle one time a long time ago, and my ankle continuously hurt after that because I went tried to do some running. My
Uh,
fucking ankle started hurting. So I'm gonna go to the doctor in a couple weeks. I'm gonna see what's up with that and figure out what's going on with that. And then I got some other shit I'm trying to handle with that. But as soon as I figure all that, get all that situated, I'm gonna start on the running club that I kind of started. Kind of gonna start along with the podcast. Like all this shit gonna be all in one conglomerate of a podcast. Like it's gonna be the
I know exact.
podcast.
I see. Yeah. Okay. I've seen other people do a running club. Other people go. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, because you wanted it to be more than just a lot of podcasts only exist online. That's it. They don't go no. They don't do nothing. They have a community, but you don't. A lot of them don't go out and meet their community, or there are people who like them, or people who follow them. So I want to make it to where we can actually have a community where we could kind of come out and meet the people. Running club, social gatherings, like hey, I'm about to be at this bar or something like this. Y'all want to pop through? Come kick it with me, whatever, whatnot, stuff like that. And then like I also want to get into biking because I got a couple bikes in the garage. I can just put some air in and stuff like that. Stop your typing, fool.
So
Pay attention.
you, I'm right here. So you also, so you're pretty much seated right now. You can't do nothing.
Nah, I'm still doing stuff. I've
Okay.
been doing a little bit of stuff. I've been organizing the house because everybody been out of the house. So I've been organizing the house and stuff slowly but surely, kind of getting everything together. I've been spending time. If you have noticed, I don't know if you have joined our Discord. Everybody, we got Discord. Link
I
in the
did.
description down below. I'm gonna have that put up there. Yeah, I got our Discord set up for everything. Yeah, but you ain't joined, cuz.
I did, motherfucker.
Oh,
I'm
you
part
did?
of it.
I didn't
I
see it.
did. I clicked the
I
link the
didn't see
day
it.
of.
I
You
didn't see
said, "Sup,
it.
fool?" Send me the
Oh,
invite. I joined it.
okay. So I got that going. I got that cracking. I created a new X page for the podcast. Got all that together. And then I kind of want to do it this way, where we kind of discussing how the podcast being built, so people could feel a part of the podcast growth. You know, so
Mm.
they can actually throw in some stuff like, "Hey, man, why don't y'all do this?" And like, okay, cool, shoot, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I've been doing
How
that.
do we
That's what I've
handle
been doing.
heavy allegations?
Who?
That was a joke. My bad.
Oh, so yeah, I've been.
So how have you been, Doug?
Uh, not good.
Really?
I haven't been the greatest dude. I've been dealing with some shit, mental shit, kind of trying to work
I
through that
want to
stuff.
hear it, dude. Can we
Oh
start with
nah,
that?
nah, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk. I'm working through it, man. It's a bunch of shit. A bunch of shit I don't like. Some shit I don't like what's going on. Stuff with me, I'm like I give you one. Cause I work in construction, you have seasons. You work pretty much during spring and summer. You make all your money, you hold it, and then uh, fall. Well, you work through fall. You work during fall, but then like winter, you don't work because of weather. Depending on where you working and what you're doing, you really don't work. A lot of your work is outside because construction is building the structure. So you make all that money, and then you save it, and then you kind of just either go on unemployment or disability. You go on disability, kind of like fix, ailments you might have because you get worn down, or you go work a little part time job until you start working. My problem is I graduated the program. I graduated earlier in the. I graduated towards middle end of summer. So I
Congrats.
graduated, and then I was kind of out there, but I rejoined the program. I rejoined the program later, my apprenticeship later, and then I wanted to rejoin it, get back in, and stuff like that. But at the time I did it during where everything's starting to slow down. So they don't need apprentices, they don't need workers. So I've been out here trying to look for, jobs while living off whatever I have, whatever, and then looking for jobs. But because I'm a journeyman, my pay is here, but people want to pay here. So
Oh,
my base
interesting.
pay is here, and people want to pay here. So there's that. And then a lot of jobs, like if I try to go for like some little bull junk job just to have some chunk change in my pocket and stuff like that, um, I'm overqualified and stuff like that. So that's kind of
Is
been
that
the
a pride
thing.
thing?
Huh? No, it's not a pride. Dude, I go work at McDonald's. I don't care because I know for a fact, come spring, summer, fall, and you can't touch me in income.
So then, how are you overqualified?
It's really mostly just to keep me busy, or have spending money for doing like dumb shit. But I don't. It's not a pride thing, because I take any little job. It's just that I'm not getting those jobs because they'll look at my shit and they'll ask you, "What did you get paid your previous?" And I'm like, 60 something dollars an hour. And they be like, "Ooh, shit."
So how does that
So
work? So you're trying to get experience, but you're also
no, I got the experience. I got the experience. It's just at the time right now, if I'm trying to go into construction, this is the worst time to try to go get a construction job because this is where everybody starts slowing down. Like I got a homeboy named Joe. They stopped working at the beginning of the month, right? They won't go back to work till mid February. They gave them a bonus and stuff like that, and then you get your bonus, then get your unemployment, and then you just kind of kick it until you can coast until it's time to go back to work. And I don't like not working,
Yeah.
so I I get bored. I get stuck in my brain. I start thinking a little hard, shit like that. Then I start my depression will pop up, and then I start dealing with fucking lonely shit because I don't have a whole bunch of friends, hence the podcast. And uh, my outside life is fucking rare. It's rare that I'm outside, so I started dealing with that, and I be too much in my head with stuff. I be too much in my head with stuff. Um,
What are you thinking about?
I think about a lot of shit, man. I think about a lot of shit. I don't know, man. Then like I don't know, it's been a crazy little few months. Like the girl I was talking to was I don't know. I don't know about that situation because I thought we was kind of going somewhere, but
The one that was long distance.
yeah. Well, it's not really long distance because she live here in California, but it's
Oh,
not close to California. Not close, like not super close. But we was talking. Some shit happened with her, but now we talking. Now we not talking. It's like I'm confused because I'm like, damn, am I
she's
only around when I can do something for you, or and then when I can't do something for you, then you're gonna toss me to the side and shit like that. And we haven't talked at all. Like I think I talked to her a couple more times just checking on her, but we haven't talked a minute. And I was like, bruh, I could do all this shit for somebody, or just yeah, I could do all this shit for somebody, and then they just turn around and just kind of like toss you to the curb. And it's like that shit kind of got me off of dating and shit. This shit every time that some shit like that happened, it kind of get me off of dating. I'm kind of like, fuck these hoes, cause then that gonna make me become a fuck boy, and I'm not. I don't really have that in me, but the shit gonna come out. I'm gonna be like just slanging D and moving on. Shit, cause
that's not who you are.
it's not who I am, but
That's
you
not who
get burnt. You
I
get
believe.
burnt. So I mean, I have a short fuse. I can only get burnt a few times before I'm like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? So
But
I got like,
honestly, I believe most men are not like that. I think,
they get burnt and then they become that. They start,
yeah, it's a
you know,
culmination of a broken heart.
yeah, they start doing shit like they start doing stuff like trying to they try to do stuff like kind of confine or not confine, but they do things like try to um be what women are looking for. They do become what women are looking for, but it's not enough.
Yeah,
And then they still get the same results. And then there's only so many times that can happen before they become, hey man, fuck these hoes. I'm about to be out here in these streets. Me, that's not in me, but the fuse to become that is shorter than usual, shorter than the average person. Like the other person, they might could get burned 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 times. Me, I got 2 or 3 in me, and I'm about to be like, all right, fuck it then. You know what I mean? So that shit kind of like
don't
it
do
shit.
it, bro.
Shit, I'm on the edge, but I'm on the razor's edge. I'm telling you, I'm
Can't
on the
do it,
razor's
man.
edge because I'm trying like, bro. I'm like, bro. And then on
It's
top of that, me, it's a double edged sword because then on top of that,
those
you
physical
look down
desires,
upon if
man.
you date outside your race. And I never was a dude who actually gave a fuck about that shit.
Oh, yeah. So you're scrutinized. So you're saying that's within the black community?
Hell yeah, man. It's the wildest fucking thing because you'll see it's the wildest thing. If you rich and you are black and you date outside your race, you hate yourself. If you are poor or not poor, if you are a normal dude and you date outside your race, you'll hate yourself. But if you are a woman and you date at any scale outside your race, it's yeah, bitch, got you a little white dude. You gonna make him come up. It's so fucking
Oh,
crazy. It's the
So the
craziest
girls are
thing.
different.
The girls is way different. And then two, you have like these niggas like Dr. Umar Johnson who would get on fucking TV and be like, "You should not be dating a white woman," and blah 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 blah. Like nigga, if you don't get your Pan Africanism ass out of here, cause nobody care about nothing you talking about. You be selling that wolf tickets to them people and they be eating it up. Like this nigga been talking about starting a school forever and that shit ain't never panned out. But I don't
So
know,
you're
man.
open to anybody and everybody.
I don't give a fuck. As long as you treat me right and you nice to me, damn it. I don't care. I don't care what race you are. I don't care. As long as you nice and you treat me right. Like don't be having me out here floundering. Don't have me out here trying to figure out and guess how you feel about me and shit. Like don't do that shit. Hey, I'm a straightforward person. I don't do no sugarcoating. I'm telling you
Has it always
exactly
been
how I
like that for
feel.
you?
Huh?
Have you always just wanted that connection?
I've always been that person. I'm not a bouncer between females, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not that. I don't have the mind for it. I got a lot of shit on my head already, and I'm not trying to add people
So
and
out of the
feelings and shit
past
like that.
one, so like going to men's relationships, in your own experience, why did the past ones not work?
Hold on. Say it one more time.
So if we're going off of like men's health and stuff, why did the past relationships not work? In your
Mine?
opinion? Yeah.
I don't have many past relationships though.
How
My
many
last,
did you have?
my first real one was Kathy, and the
Really?
rest
That
of
was
them
your
was like
first
some
real one.
chicks. A couple chicks I banged.
That was your first real one. Are you serious?
Yeah, that was it, man. I'm not out here slinging dick like that because I'm not the type, bro. My body count is so low. Well, my body count has gone up as of recent, but before Kathy, my body count was like 3.
So then,
After Kathy is like 20, but
what was? Ah, dude, this is a tough one.
what's up?
The Kathy sitch.
Nah, we ain't gonna dive deep into that though. That's
Wait,
kind
we're
of
not
we
too
can talk
personal.
about it, but we ain't gonna dive too deep in it.
Well, I'll gladly talk about my shit, bro. You ready?
Huh?
I
What you
think.
say?
Okay, so I'm a Cancer, right? Do you believe zodiac
Man,
signs?
I'm listening to that shit. Get out of here with the fucking
You've been
fucking
yapping this
no.
whole time. How come I'm not getting any juice?
Nah, we ain't talking about no fucking zodiac signs. You can talk, but
It's for
we
real,
ain't gonna
dog.
start
It's
off
for
with the
real.
zodiac sign. We ain't doing that one. That shit is fucking flawed. I'm not about to base my personality off of fucking where the stars are at this point in time.
Well,
Fuck
don't
out of
even think
here.
about it like the stars, but think about it as in when you read your shit. Does it relate to you?
No, no,
Liar.
it doesn't. It
What
doesn't.
does it say?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it
Look
up
it
here.
up.
I'll look it up right now.
This is all content. You look it up.
I'll look it up right now. Aquarius.
Aquarius. That's Cynthia. You were born in February?
No, I was born at the end of January, so I just make it from I think a Capricorn. I'm
Oh,
like a
you're a
day away
Capricorn.
from a Capricorn. Aquarius. Let's see, Aquarius. What's one of my supposed to read? Oh, personality. Aquarius are said to be revolutionary. They are also said to be big thinkers. I'm a big thinker and become so focused on reform that they neglect their personal relationships. I'm not that. I don't get that focused.
Neglect your personal relationships. So focused on career and shit? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm a big thinker though. I'm not so much of a revolutionary. I just kind of more of see what's going on, and then I pick a side and I sit there.
Yeah. Wow, so interesting. So me, I'm a Cancer, and it says that we're really emotionally charged lovers.
Yeah, man.
Very, very. What's the word? Like I almost feel what the other person wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they call it, an empath.
Yeah, and I'm very empathetic to that. Um, and so I think that's what's driven me in my relationship, especially being married, is like just feeling that constant awareness of, hey, this small gesture could mean a million to my partner. You know, it could
Yeah,
mean $1 million to my partner.
I think like that too, though. I didn't think like that initially when I was with Kathy. I didn't think like that initially. Like a lot of things, I've changed on a lot of things that I used to, how I used to think before, into how I am now. Like I told Kathy, I feel bad that I feel certain ways now that I did before. Like now, I feel like, hey, I want to make somebody a housewife and all this stuff and take care of all the bills, and then she take care of all the other stuff. I didn't used to think that. I just think 50-50 and stuff like that. So I've I've changed on that aspect. That's why I don't believe I'm a real proponent of what you think and what you believe, not what you feel, because what you feel can always change. Because I felt a certain way before, and my beliefs and change my belief and feelings about that have changed over the years, and that's why I can't believe in that stuff. And then these zodiac signs, I can't really get down with them because they don't. Because there's a bit of everything from those zodiac signs that I can kind of identify with. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time, people these days are so set in trying to have an identity that they just try to live their lives, to these zodiac signs. So
Yeah,
I
but I
kind
don't
of,
take it that far. I guess there's just some accuracy to how they describe us as people. Um, doesn't mean that everything I go off of is like, oh yeah, I'm just emotional ruts. Just deal with me because that's who I am now. It's more so like, hey, this is who I am. Like, these are some potential things that I relate to. These are some things I struggle with. Um, and, it's beneficial to know, bro. And it's been very accurate. I mean, if it's like a it's like cup half full, or what is it? The glass half full or
yeah,
half
it's half full.
empty.
Yeah.
I'm always a half full kind of guy. So to me, if I can get some insight on who I am personally, uh, super valuable in my opinion. Um, I'm all about growth, man. I'm interested in growing every single day.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why I want to do this. That's why I'm so on this podcast stuff. Like the we can show growth by doing this podcast because right now, you know, it's a podcast, but it's at the beginning stages. We kind of I wanted to initially talk about how we're going to do this whole podcast, but we kind of diving into some topics and everything too. And as the podcast go, we'll be better at sticking on topics and stuff like that. But this is kind of like we freestyling right now, and we kind of like learning how we're going to do this podcast, and then we're gonna go from there. Like what I sent you like some notes of stuff I had kind of made to kind of like how we're gonna do things for the podcast, but how you're talking about growth and how I want to be about growth too. I also want this podcast. Like right now we're talking, I'm using some $150 Elgato camera and a $150 mic, and you using whatever you're using for equipment.
you bastard.
You know I have to do that. And use it whatever you use it for um for content. But eventually we're gonna grow from this point to where we were talking about having like a little studio and all that other stuff, and we're gonna get to a point where it's a full blown thing where we got people who's gonna be chiming in, and we're gonna have guests, and we're gonna have this, that, and the third, and the things is gonna keep growing from there because we just have to stay consistent at it. You know what I mean? And I talked about that. I used to talk about that a lot on my podcast before, like the season one stuff I was doing. Even though I was very inconsistent with the podcast, I would always talk about it because I needed to be more consistent, and I want to be more consistent this time. You get a bunch of chances. I think with podcasts, if you could kind of stay consistent. You can have not the greatest quality, but if you're consistent on the content and people like what you're talking about, then people are going to come and watch. And I think that you know we can do that. We can do that if we stay, you know, stay focused and consistent on this thing, and not let not not get discouraged and start falling off with this stuff. So that's why I kind of want us to get to at some point where, well, I already kind of like told you the plan a little bit earlier off camera, but um, if we do that, then if we do that, then is I see it as only I see it as it only going to be able to only going to grow from there. So
Mm.
we just got to keep at it, stuff like that. Um, I think the plan that I had kind of like outlined and stuff like that is gonna work. I think introducing like a bike and run club is gonna make it better. And then eventually, I add some personal stuff like I want to do like day in the life, like stuff like that, or little vlogs. And I wouldn't do no long vlogs. I'm not really a person that want to sit and hold a camera in my face. But I do like little things and just do, and at the same time, man, um, showing off hobbies and stuff like that, because we might, strike a chord to somebody who's kind of like on the same journey as us, and we're out here trying new things, and going out there and having new hobbies and stuff. Like I want to get back into woodworking. I got all the tools, but they just sitting there right now because I ain't even been back there, and it's been wet too. I need to clean all the stuff out. But like this summer, I want to do more stuff outside. I think I want to invest in a boat and some jet skis and shit like that. Get out there on the water.
You're a multiple idea kind of guy.
And damn, I'm trying to hit them all, man. I don't see why we can't do them all. I see dudes all the time. I know people all the time who got all these things and they're doing a bunch of stuff. I got a homeboy right now, live down in Bakersfield. He has man, when I be talking to him, he be doing all kind of shit. He be riding fucking ATVs. He got one of them like them the razors, them four seater razors or whatever they call. Ooh, I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm always yawning. He had one of them four seater razors. He goes to these little sand dunes and go out there and fucking party and ride on the sand dunes with his little side by sides or whatever they call it. I can't remember what they call it. And then he also have a boat, so he go out and wakeboard and all that other stuff. And I'm like, shit, I can do that. You know what I mean? Go figure out, go do some of this stuff. There's this guy I watch on YouTube. His name, Into Deep. This dude bought like a big ass yacht, fucking 70-foot yacht, and he 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 works up in Maine, but he goes down to Florida in the summer where his family lives, and he'll just go back and forth. So here in the winter, when the winter time comes and everything kind of shuts down because he works at a boat dock, he goes down south to Florida and lives down there and lives and work down there. But he lives on his boat. He got a real fucking nice boat, and I'll be like, man, I could do some shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm very ingenuitive. I fit stuff and stuff like that. I could get a boat. And then like there's other stuff like I want to do, but It's all in due time. Some of the stuff like we talked about last podcast, like investing in some shit. I sent you some stuff earlier. I
I
don't know if you
saw
seen
that.
it, but yeah. But it's all about just kind of planning to do shit, then showing people they can do it, and then no, I don't want to be people to kind of give people this. Oh, I'm a millionaire. I can show you how to be a millionaire fast. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna show you the real grind. I'm gonna be like, hey, this is what we doing today. This might not work, but we trying it. You know what I mean?
So mofo, live the life like it.
Huh?
Take one of those base jobs.
I do try to take the place job. They don't be. I be turning me down. I'm telling you. I
Oh,
got
so
turned
they
down.
said that you're
Dude, I
overqualified.
applied. I literally
So
just
then
because I
dumb
be
down your
bored,
resume.
huh?
Dumb down your resume.
If I do that, my shit have gaps in it.
Just dumb it down. Just
Dumb
make
it
it
down,
not so awesome.
maybe. Yeah, but I talked to my people in my program. They said I'm number 3 in line, so
So dude,
hopefully,
how are we gonna? So this is what I said to start something. What I've learned is you just gotta start it.
yeah.
I know that's simple, right? But you've seen even just starting the podcast. It's not as easy as it sounds. You know.
But we've made the first step. We may
Right.
actually made 2 steps. We have done. Right now, we're
So
doing we're doing a live. Even though I'm
so
gonna chop this up to a format, to a podcast format, but this is on live. This is a live thing. So
so then
eventually,
yeah. So then also that ties into the fact that if we have a studio, we talked about it being here. You need a vehicle, right?
hmm
So we need you. We need some income here. We
we
need the
need to
best
what?
version of KP.
Hey, but this ain't just me, guys.
I know, and I'm right here.
I know, but this
As
ain't
soon
just
okay, you know why I have not dumped a bunch of cash into getting the most perfect equipment?
why is that?
Because the ultimate mission right now is for both of us to be at our best version. Dude, as we do these podcasts, my friend, my buddy, my guy. You want me to tell you the truth, dog?
Go ahead. You
You
look
want
like it. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. You look like you're ready to go to sleep.
no, no, this is my Asian eyes.
You ain't Asian. You like
No,
a
I am. No,
Mexican.
I am. I did ancestry. I am.
Oh my god.
Let me throw this at you because I
All
love you
right.
to death. Right?
All right.
This is not your best version.
I know that part. I know I'm not, and I'm up here right now. I'm trying to work my way back to my best self. That's why I'm making all the steps to get to my best self. Like I've been
Yeah, but
dealing with
it's.
sleep
Did you put
sleep
down the
apnea,
alcohol yet?
huh? I haven't had alcohol in
Did you
a
put
week
down
and
the
a
junk
half.
food?
I haven't had any junk food in a week and a half.
Are you starting to exercise?
I've been doing my walks. I tried to run. I told you my fucking
Even
ankle was
just the
like, nah, nigga.
walks. How
Hmm?
are you doing the daily
I'm
walks?
doing like two and a half miles. I did 2.5 miles, and I've been going like every other day.
Not every other day. I need you, mother. You just said you don't have a job, right?
Hmm
I need you to do those walks every single day, 3 times a day.
I gotta do other stuff too. I do other stuff around the house. Well, you can't even see it. It's on this side of me. I do my little weight bag. I
I
do like
understand. I have responsibilities too, and
no. I'm saying I do
even if
other
they
stuff.
don't
I
have
don't
more
just
than
do.
you, I'm just
I
saying.
don't do the walks.
Yeah, that's
Just the walks.
so we need. You know why I mention these things is because the greatest gift to yourself is that self love, and if you're not gifting yourself that, this will never launch the way you want it to, dog. You're you're taking on a hard task by trying to create a self-help platform, and that requires people that want that have something to look up to.
Right.
Are you looking up to yourself right now?
No. But see, that's the
Then
thing
that's
though.
then that's
I
the
don't
thing.
want this
That's
to
the key
be
point.
a lot of like this ain't really self help, it's just more inspirational. Like this is this
Okay,
I,
so then
it's more of
to be real with you, who will be inspired by that?
inspired by what?
If you're not inspiring yourself, who else is going to be inspired by this?
I don't know. But see, that's the thing though.
What's
It's
the
not
thing
about
though?
it's hold on. It's not about where I'm at now. It's the fact that I'm going on a path to get to better.
Right.
And this is kind of like my video testament of that, or video testament or record of it. Like this
I
is where
love
I'm
that.
at now,
Okay, so
and the podcast is going to be me on this journey, and also you on your journey, and then all the other people who comes in who eventually sees this and want to be a part of it. Is they all gonna have starting points. My starting point is where I'm at right now. Your starting point is where you at right now. Their starting point is where they're gonna be. But the podcast is gonna let them see if you stay dedicated, if you stay on it, and you stay consistent with it, then
so then show them that, not just with the
that's what I'm
not just
saying.
with the
That's what
video,
I'm doing by doing this. That's what the whole thing is about.
but you
The
got to
whole thing
show it
is
with
like,
your own fucking personal development shit.
yeah,
Like
I am doing that. That's
not
the
the
whole
cool
reason.
cameras,
That's
not
the
the cool microphones. Dude,
nah. It doesn't.
I'm
I
getting in your
the
face about it because I love you too much. And
Nah,
I
before that, before this shit came before this shit came before this. This shit came before this. My podcast is gonna be about a totally different thing. But I couldn't make that type of content because that type of content didn't reflect who I was as a person. Because I wasn't that
ah,
person. I wasn't who I was. I
so
wasn't that
you
person when I was trying to make that.
so you feel like you're reaching that person now, and that's why you feel
I think
able to
I'm
make
trying to
this kind of
strive to
content.
be that person.
Okay.
And I'm not. I can't be out here trying to talk what I was going to be talking and be fat, out of shape, just bad, all kind of things, and be sitting out here trying to talk about what I wanted to talk about before. You can't. It's like there's certain degrees. What's happening now is you'll have a lot of guys who are flat slobs, and then they out here trying to give advice about life. How you gonna give me advice about life and you out here being fat, you unhealthy, you ain't got the greatest job. Like me, the thing I got a leg up on is, yeah, I'm overweight. Yeah, I'm not working right now, but I'm not working because of the type of work I'm doing. I'm not working because I'm a bad worker. Because every job I've ever worked, every company I've worked for in the apprenticeship I could go back to, is I'm not out of work because of that. I'm out of work because it's construction, it's wintertime. You don't really work during the wintertime. Any other construction, depending on what field you in, but other construction fields will tell you, hey, wintertime is your slow time. It's when you need to be, chilling and doing all the health stuff, your health stuff together. Anybody will tell you that. So, but I'm not on here talking about money and um, work and stuff right there. I can't talk about that right now. So what I'm talking about now is, hey, you see this fat nigga, hey, I'm gonna get on here and give you a testament of my journey to get from where I was to the best version of myself. And by doing this and being consistent at that, and then also making a promise to whoever starts watching this podcast and also you, because we're doing this shit together. I have to do something because I can't keep coming up here every week and be the same height. I mean, the same weight, fat, out of breath, sounding like I'm all nasally. I can't do that because then what's the fuck is the podcast for? I'm just up here blowing hot air. Then
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly why I'm talking like that. Like, where it would mean the world to me and to yourself, if you show that own self-help to yourself before we even get the ball rolling, as we
Nah,
get the
see,
ball
the
rolling.
ball rolls. The ball rolls with the journey. They need to see the progression because everybody is come. Every self help, everything comes to you when they already got it, and then they're sitting there telling you how you need to be better, but they don't always necessarily understand how you are, where you are at that area. You know what I mean?
So
I'm a person who could relate to a bunch of people who are right here at my level, and
so you're the starting point
I'm
for
the
everybody that
starting
are just
point.
like, oh,
And as
I
I
got
keep
some
working through
cellulite,
this and
I
getting
got
better and
some.
better, the people who come in here who want to be a part of the community and be a part of the podcast,
That
they
makes
get
sense.
motivated because they see me making progression because I come on here every day and talk about progression and getting better and working out and all this other stuff. It's a dime a dozen of podcasts who are out here talking about self help and all this other shit. And these dudes already yoked up, already tapping the baddest, already driving the G wagon, the Ferrari, or whatever it is they drive. They already have made the money, and now they trying to reach down and give it to you, reach down and hold your hand to pull you up. Nah, I'm the dude who's down here with you already. We gonna do this shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different thing when
So then,
somebody is in the grind with you.
okay. So then, you want to be that guy, then I'll hold you accountable to be that guy and tell you, motherfucker, don't be taking breaks. You're not that busy where you can't lose 30 pounds in 2 more weeks.
I
You
know.
know.
That's why I do what I do now. I'm sorting out some health shit, making sure my ankle's good so I can start because I want to start doing like running, walking, running, walking. You know, so I'm taking care of that, and then also I got two big problems I need to fix. My
What
ankle,
is that? Ankle?
make sure my ankle's good, and I got sleep apnea. I need to get those two taken care of.
What does a sleep apnea do, by the
I
way?
stop
Because I
breathing when
got
I sleep.
tested for that.
I stop breathing when I sleep.
Okay, so same with me, but what does that do to your life? Sorry.
And so I sleep on average 4 hours a night.
Interesting. Why aren't you tired?
Huh?
Is it a you're not tired kind of thing?
I'm always tired. Is I don't sleep. I try when I go to sleep. I'm waking up by not breathing. I snore. I'm fat, man. You saw I'm still all this fucking fat. I need to lose the fat right here.
Okay,
You
so
lose when
you're
you
gonna
start working
so
out.
you're gonna stop
You
you're
lose
gonna
the
stop
weight in your
drinking.
face first. So I need to
Okay.
get down to like two, 200. That's the goal
So
right
you're
now.
at what, 2 city?
I'm at like 260.
260 right now?
Yeah, like 260, 275, 260,
Okay,
270,
so
something like that.
we're live right now, right? So then
Hmm.
set yourself a fucking goal and set that example for everybody.
Yeah, I'm saying like I'm saying
Let's do a little
200
goal.
by in the next summer.
295.
No, 200 by the
Okay,
end of next summer.
200 in the end of next summer. So then give us a closer goal, considering we're gonna be doing this every week.
What's it's December now?
It's
January, February,
December.
March.
Not even a New Year's
March.
resolution. You're starting tomorrow.
I don't do that shit. March I'm gonna be March. I say 245. I gotta find out how much I weigh currently first, because I don't know how much I weigh currently. But let's say if I'm two, if I let's say if I'm 260, I want to lose 20 by March, maybe more, if not more. And I do
20
like all
by
these
March.
little things to show like my current weight, height, shit like that. And I do that every week too. But
20 by March.
so that's 3 months. 3 months, 20 pounds.
3 months, 20 pounds. So what's cool is as soon as you start, you're probably gonna lose like easy 10 pounds of water weight.
That first 10 is always going to be easy. It's the second 10.
The second
That's gonna
10
be
is
hard.
tough.
And then the 10s after that is gonna be easy.
So then you're gonna go on a little calorie deficit. How much do you eat a day? Do you eat a lot?
I only eat once a day.
So you're just not eating well enough. Your body doesn't have any fuel. Therefore, it doesn't know what to do when it's going to sleep. It has nothing to lay rest. Your mind is busy. That's why you're not getting no sleep.
Yep. No, it's not that. I go to sleep. I just don't stay asleep. I go to sleep and I start snoring. My jaw or my tongue slides to the back of my mouth, and it blocks my airways. So I stop breathing, and then I wake up. That's what's happening.
Dude, I love this, dude, because then I can get in your face about shit and not be scared of you hurting me because you're miles away.
Huh? So I was reading something.
Dude, you gotta pay attention, man. You want to
I
commit
am
to
paying
this
attention.
shit?
I just have to look over and read
You want to
something.
commit to this shit?
I commit to.
Well,
You the one that's playing video games currently.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm looking
Bro,
at stuff.
I can look on Discord to see that you're playing the game. The fuck are you talking about? It says right now, Anthony is playing Delta Force Hawk Ops. You've been on there for an hour. You've been on there since we've been been on here. Don't you sit there and lie to me. Don't you sit there and lie to me.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I didn't expect that.
You see, he tried to lie.
Nah, I was gonna tell you the truth in the end, but
Nah, I already knew. I can hear your keystrokes now.
Well, yeah, dude. I like holding you accountable. Why? Because I held myself accountable when I first started, and it feels really good because now I know how fucking hard it is to stay that disciplined. Like to deny yourself the pleasures of life is really hard, dude. From food to porn to money to career shit, like denying yourself and just remaining patient is one of the hardest things I ever had to learn, man. And it's like, dude, that's why in a lot of my videos, you know, a lot of tears, bro. A lot of tears. I remember when I first saw my first 2 abs come in at the top. Cried, bro. Cried.
I'm not gonna do no crying. I'm still a gangster out here. I see, but that's what I want to show all of that in this channel,
right
podcast,
there,
all that. I want to show all that.
Who are you talking about?
I want to show. Hey, I
want
want
to show the real side of you. When was the last time you cried? What's wrong with
I
men?
cried. I cried.
Hang on.
No, I'm just
hang on. So you want to talk about men's health? Why are you quote unquote a gangster talking about men's health?
I am a gangster, but I have cried. I cried 2 days ago.
So what are you talking about, gangster, motherfucker?
I am still a gangster. I
I'll gladly cry it out, man. Gladly.
I cry it out. I be crying it out. Shit, I almost cried today because I was dealing with some shit. I was like,
what the fuck are you doing, dude? You want to be the guy that they look up to or they can relate to. Don't you ever say that again, man.
No, I'm still a gangster. I just cried from down to dead. I don't care about crying. Can't nobody tell me that I'm a softie for crying because I still beat your fucking head in. Simple as that.
See right there. What is that about?
That's just the truth.
Would you rather
somebody
be a warrior,
call me? Somebody call me soft. Somebody call me soft because I'm crying, and you'll watch this soft ass nigga beat your ass while he's crying.
Who called you soft though? Where is that?
Nobody has ever called me soft because they not crazy.
In fact, it makes you stronger.
Nah, whatever. I cry when I need to. I take some time to go think about shit and I cry. I'm not afraid to cry.
That's what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about.
No, I go and be with my feelings.
The guy that can help. You start by humbling yourself.
I do humble myself. I go and be with my feelings, and I actually go and I fucking sometimes when I go and sit by
But
myself and be with my feelings,
there's no
sometimes I
need
cry.
for the extra. I'll beat your ass and all that.
I'm just
Try
saying
that.
though, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Mm.
But yeah, I go. I sometimes cry. I ain't ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I got more mental stability than a lot of dudes out here. I'm more fortified in my feelings and who I am as a person than a lot of other dudes. Just the thing about me is that it's fairly new to deal with my feelings because all I knew feeling all I only used to have two feelings: mad and hurt. Bad at people and hurt people. That used to be the only things I used to have. Now I've been more um I have more range with my feelings. I have understanding that there's other things in between mad and hurting people. You know, and I find out that mad and hurting are far at the end of things. There are other things that comes before that. You know what I mean? So I've I've figured that out. And I'm cool with that. I'm becoming more and more comfortable with myself. There are some things that I'm still working through. There's things I was talking to Kathy today about that I'm still kind of working through. And
Can we use this as a platform to be as vulnerable as possible?
nah, because we ain't gonna be on here crying and shit. And then there's already a podcast for that. This podcast is just, I mean, you could be vulnerable. I'm not gonna make you not be vulnerable. If you want to be vulnerable, that's fine. But this is not necessarily gonna be the only thing that we talking about. We're not gonna be sitting down here like the red table talk, talking about and then crying at the end and then singing kumbaya. Nah, it's not gonna be that. Pick your head up, fool.
Oh no! Oh, bro. Hang on, I need to process this.
Mm, it needs the process. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this stuff. We have to find somebody to do our editing. Are you crying?
I'm not
Are
crying.
you crying?
I'm not crying, dude. I'm super disappointed.
Disappointed? Why? Because you want to be
Uh,
vulnerable, and I say this is not going to be a platform for you just to be vulnerable and men crying all the time. No, no. Because at the end of the day, we still have to be men. You see, this is the thing about society. They want to downgrade what men are. We cry, but we cry in private. It ain't always that we need to be sitting out in public and crying. We cry in private. We handle things differently. We need to be stoic outwardly, and then we go cry in private. That's emotional control. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of emotional control. Everybody want to be hard all the time. That shit gets boring. That's the same reason I stopped doing all the bullshit I was out here doing because I was like, bro, we out here. What I'm gang banging. What are we really doing? I'm not no big kingpin. I'm not out here selling drugs. I'm not out here busting niggas' heads and stuff like that. That's just no, no. I'm going home now. I'm done with this. You can have this gun. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. But the world now has made masculinity so venomous and radioactive that what men should be has been defined by what women want us to be, and it's not that. We need to be stoic, and we need to be hard outwardly, but we go and handle our feelings in private. Or we have our homeboys that we go talk to. We don't need to be all out here on TV and stuff like that. And we doing something a little bit different, and there's a little bit of that, but at the same time, we don't need to be out here crying to talk about what's ailing us. We could talk about it, process it, go cry about it later. But the fact that we sit there and we talk about it is the best thing because men don't even go out and talk about it, and then they just sit there and try to work through things by themselves. What needs to be happening is niggas need to grow some nuts, be stoic in public, and you gonna handle that stuff with your homies. You go talk to your homies you can rely on that's gonna not shit all over your feelings and call you a pussy because you're out here expressing yourself to them, or call you gay because you're out here expressing yourself to them. There needs to be more of that. You don't
Wow.
need to be out here crying and shit. Like if you
Wow.
have to, you can. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it, but we're not men are not outwardly emotional people. We're more logic thinkers. We think about stuff, handle shit, fix whatever problem is in front of us. And then when we going through some shit, we go and talk to our fathers, our male friends. Maybe some of us will go to talk to a therapist. But out here trying to handle things feminine way. Always trying to put your wearing your feelings on your sleeve. That's not us. It's not us at all. I think there's a way to be healthy emotionally, but not wear it all on your sleeve. You know, can't let can't you can't let society change what it is to be a masculine person. All this alpha male shit is bullshit. Cause most of these niggas couldn't. If you take away the money, the cars, the clothes from these dudes who call themselves alpha men, they think they're so masculine. You take all that shit away from them. You put them in the woods and tell them bitches to build a cabin and keep a roof over their head, and keep a fire, keep themselves warm, and then go out here and hunt. Couldn't none of them niggas do that. They ain't got the facilities to sit there and think about how that shit works. Because why they're too fucked up trying to buy material shit and fuck all the females and stuff like that. Still learning like tangible skills like building stuff, hunting, starting a fire, stuff like that. Then you have the dudes who on the other end of the spectrum who are trying to be in touch with their emotional side. They're so goddamn emotional. You put them in the same position, they ain't gonna do nothing but have a mental breakdown. There needs to be some balance. You need to be rough and tumble when you have to, and you be emotional when you have to. There can't be one side of the pendulum at all times. There's too much of that shit going on. We too polar. There's no balance. There's no in between. That's just like the political parties. There's Democrat, Republican, and you got people on one side who believes if you don't believe what I believe, then you that side. You got people on that side who like you don't believe what I believe, you on that side, but really I'm in the middle. What's my one of my favorite comedians used to have a joke. Uh, his name Michael fuck Michael Coward something like that. Michael Coward something like that. He used to have this fucking joke where he was like, "I want you to kiss my ass, not to the left, not to the right, but right in the groove. You gotta be right in the groove. You gotta be balanced, right in the middle, right in between them cheeks. You can't be too far on like either side, man. Especially for men. I think you don't need to be on too busy on one side or something. So no, I don't think this should be no emotional vulnerability podcast where we sitting on here crying all the damn time.
Man, I'm sorry, bro. You're an interesting guy I found in the last 10 minutes of you going on that
What?
spiel. You're an interesting guy. I had no idea that. Ah, wow. No, I'm dead serious, dog. I got so many questions.
Well, you can either ask them or we can save them for another podcast.
He said,
I'm up, man. We've been on here for.
"Oh, you're done?"
No, I'm not done. I'm
Oh,
just saying we've been on here for we're about to be hit an hour, which is cool. I don't know how long I could be on live for. I didn't even. look at that. But this is my first time live. I just wanted to test this stuff out. Not saying I'm done. I'm just saying I wanted to hop on here and test it out. I never done it. You know, this is just going to be the unedited version of the podcast, which is going to be live, and then I'm gonna have to. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to edit it. Why just shit edit this stuff?
I want to
Edit
get
this
on your
stuff too.
ass really badly for
You
content.
can't get on me, homie. You can't. We from a different cough, cuz. You can't get on me, cuz. Go ahead. Go ahead. I give you one chance. Get on me and see if it's gonna phase me.
Well, first, why do you take it as a threat?
Take what is a threat? What you say?
Yeah.
Look, this is what I know.
What do you?
Men understand these things.
Mm-hmm.
There is a degree of violence when talking to men, right? So men approach everything as like, well, used to approach everything as this person may say something and I might have to fuck him up.
Wait, whoa, rewind. What did you say? I looked away for a second. So you said,
See, you're not paying attention because you're over there playing Delta Force
I'm sorry. So
Hawk Ops.
you said
Hawk Thua.
you said that if somebody approaches you wrong, even in your podcast, you're gonna have
No.
to beat their ass.
Nah, I was joking.
then
I was saying that
originally-
men look at each other
Well,
as,
hang on, dude. So you. This is why I gotta check you again, in the most loving way possible. Yeah, you can kick my ass. You can kick everybody's ass. Yeah, we get that,
Okay.
all right? You're amazing. But the fact that you want to set an example and have you talking community, like, let's use your words, and without you interrupting me, community, friendship, loneliness, these key words in your life, yet even talking about finding love, wanting companionship, not slanging dick. Dude, are you not an emotional guy already? And
I am an emotional guy.
Oh, hang on, just interrupt me. And that's okay. But then when I or somebody else calls you out about, are we not trying to set the example here? And try to be as vulnerable and as open as possible with people. I mean, look at why people would bring up, NoFap, or like, what happened when I quit pornography, or what happened when I went on my health journey, or how I exercise, blah blah blah. That's all vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot create a community. Well, I for sure do not like a shallow. I don't like anything shallow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why being your friend is meaningless unless I can be vulnerable with you or open with you.
You have been vulnerable with me though. I have not.
Okay,
I have not been a person who's
all
not.
This aggression coming from?
There's no aggression. There's no aggression.
It absolutely is. You just totally flipped the script from I want a community, I want friendship, I'm lonely, I want love, to all of a sudden I'll beat your ass, I'm angry, masculinity, there's violence.
There is violence.
Are we talking about, you literally talk about Run Club and fixing your ankle to all of a sudden being John Wick. Because why, dude? Because why? Where do we have to do this shield? Like, what do we have to do? Why is that a thing?
Look,
I don't want to do this
look.
if we're not going to actually set a real example for people.
Look. I think
Set a real
you misconstrued.
platform. No,
I think you misconstrued.
You just changed up your whole
No, I
platform
didn't.
in a matter of
didn't.
seconds.
We gonna
to
be
defend from
all
something.
of that. We gonna be all of that. But we ain't gonna make people feel like they have to come here to be all soft.
That's the thing. Nobody said that. And then, but you, as soon as we mentioned tears, you started getting this aggression and like violence and anger, and we're tough and let's go make fires. Dude, what are you hiding from?
I'm
Dead serious,
hiding
dog.
from
Dead serious.
You know
like,
what?
as soon as we
Look,
mention tears, you
look,
start getting all like defensive.
look,
What do you?
look.
What
Now
exactly?
now we know we got balance. We got the more vulnerable person in you. You're Capricorn. You're more physical. I mean, more emotionally involved. And then you got this nigga.
Interesting.
It's balanced,
Describe this Anna. What is that? What does that
huh?
mean? Describe why am I Capricorn, down to earth, emotional guy, and you're this Anna? What is that? What is
Because
that?
you can understand those feelings and stuff. You are all about those feelings and stuff. So
Oh, so you're saying you don't understand it? It's not that you
I
don't
don't know.
get it.
I
You don't
just told
understand
you
it.
I'm due to these things where I will always think of stuff as mad and hurt,
I
and I'm
love that.
finding out.
Right there, motherfucker. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about being vulnerable. So you were taught mad, violence, anger. I
See,
totally get that thing.
this is how I know you weren't listening to me earlier because I literally gave a whole soliloquy about how I used to think in mad and hurt, and I'm learning that there is more in between that.
That's what I like
I
to hear.
literally was just saying somebody's gonna
Yeah,
watch
but you
this
finally
live.
said it with some passion. You finally said it with some realness that makes you want to listen now. That's what I'm talking about.
Whatever. Anyways, I literally talked about. I was like,
This is so much
there's.
better. Oh,
I've
God.
always
I
thought of
wish I was.
things as
Yeah.
mad and hurt. I always want to. I would be mad and then I want to hurt something. Like I said
Right. So then,
earlier, I
right
was
there,
talking.
the money
I was told
spot.
you I was talking to Kathy and I was earlier. I was talking to Kathy about something. Me and her was talking about, and I told her that I'm still trying to process shit because I still see shit still as mad and hurt. I'm
I love that.
mad and I want to hurt something, and I'm
I love
learning
that.
more. There's more spectrums to that.
I love
There's
that.
disappointed,
I
jealousy, and all
understand
other
that.
stuff in between. I need to out, and I literally said that mad and hurt are at the far end of that spectrum, but there's stuff that is in between. So it's happy, mad, and hurt. That's how I used to always function. But there's gonna be things in between
Yeah.
those that I'm learning. See,
Oh,
you weren't listening to
thank
me.
you.
You weren't
No.
listening to me. See, you
Well,
weren't listening to me.
I appreciate because that's this exactly like okay. Right now, do you feel like you're a pussy?
Nah, I'm never a
Okay,
pussy.
so then right there, that's what I mean by
I don't
vulnerable.
feel like I'm a pussy if I'm being
Okay,
vulnerable either.
but right there, that's what I'm talking about being vulnerable. Right there was vulnerability. You weren't crying. Nobody thinks you're a pussy. You still can make a fire. That's what I'm saying. Is it doesn't it doesn't make you a wimp or a pussy for explaining those things. And that's the kind of platform I believe that we should strive to make is one where, yeah, you got this starting line of you see a KP or an Anthony that struggles with the anger or struggles with the depression or struggles with the loneliness.
Yeah,
And then over time, that community can grab onto it. Dude,
that's what
nobody.
I was saying,
Okay,
motherfucker.
but now you're saying it with some passion.
Oh
Oh
my
God!
god. Oh my
For a
god.
second there, I was like, dude, I didn't want to be a part of this because I. But now it makes sense. You did it. Ah.
Oh my god. I literally said all those things earlier. If you wouldn't have been playing fucking Black Ops or whatever the fuck you were playing, you would have known that. I literally was saying that somebody,
No,
I
I
swear to
heard
God,
you. No,
I
I
swear to God,
heard you say
I'm
that.
speaking to everyone in the world, of
There we
universe
go.
of YouTube. If you watch this full podcast and you see I had said these things earlier, please put it down for Anthony to read in the comment because I
I know you said it,
literally just said
but
this.
you said it. But that's the thing is you were saying that before you went on your. Again, I told you you started this podcast off about community, and then you were very
No, I started this
vulnerable. Hang on.
podcast off talking about what we were going to be doing for the podcast.
Yeah, but
Then we
no,
moved over because you
yeah, then
asked
we
me how
moved
I was
over and you
doing.
started talking
This-
about vulnerability. You talked about your own
You
personal
started talking
life.
about vulnerability.
Listen to me. You were being vulnerable. Whether you like it or not, you were being vulnerable about your personal life for a second there. And then like a few minutes later, you then went on this tirade about how you're a military soldier and you can kill everything in the world. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, what? I thought we were talking about being a safe space and building friendships and loneliness and all this, and then all of a sudden, this guy is the Black Ops. It was like,
Oh
what?
my god.
like this guy just set the
Oh my
world on
god.
fire all of a sudden. That's
What?
what was making me confused. Is are we not going to be a platform where people can be vulnerable and open? Of course, I don't want to just be crybabies all the time. There's no need for that. But also, there is a huge need for people to relate to something. And what
Yeah.
most people can't relate to or can relate to is somebody going through hard times. And we
Yeah.
all are going through hard times. And it's very few platforms of people that are open and vulnerable about what they're actually going through. We can all
Yeah.
be vague. We can all keep secrets. We can all pretend like it's okay. But there's very few platforms of people that are open and honest about what they're dealing with. That's what I think is the jelly in the middle of your idea, and you almost sold it to try to tell us how you can kill us all, or whatever you said.
I literally just
I
said
know
this.
you said
I
it.
literally said
I
I
know, and then
literally
you
was talking
flipped the
about how
script. You don't
no, I was
understand.
literally talking about how a lot of the podcasts I hear who try to talk about men's health and stuff like
Yes, I
that, they
heard that
always
part.
show they're already the finished product. They're already the finished. They're already in shape. They already got the cars, the clothes, the house, the money, girls. They
But it,
already got that.
but even them,
Even
it's
them,
not.
they
There's
don't
no
be
such thing as a
vulnerable.
finished product. There's no such
It's
thing as
no such
even the
thing.
rich guy is dealing with
Yeah,
something.
but
That's the
see,
problem. Is they're
but see,
selling people on a
when they're
perfect
selling
life,
to
which
when
is
they're selling
no
this
such thing.
lifestyle to people, there's no vulnerability in there. It's I'm gonna try to help you get here, regardless whatever situation you in. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna sell you that.
Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna try to preach you that.
Okay, I can
I'm
join
trying to
that.
show you, hey, look at me now.
Yes.
Come on this journey with me, and let's see where we gonna be at the end. Let's see what type of camaraderie we can build with this podcast and actually the running club and the biking club and the public meetings and shit like that. Let's see where we gonna be at the end of that. You know what I mean? And then when we get to wherever we strive to, we made our goals, then we work on another goal. We just gonna keep accomplishing goals together. Like I was telling you before, hey, I want to own some land and build some property and all this other stuff and stuff like that. That's a goal for later. But right now, it's getting the health together. Cause what's working towards that type of goal if I'm fucking fat and I'm on a motor scooter rolling around in my land.
I agree.
So I literally said this,
So
literally.
yeah, you redeemed yourself. Good job.
Nah, I had already said this. You wasn't paying attention, and now you see. Today's Saturday. Yep, today's Saturday. Tomorrow's football day.
It's gonna be ready. I'm excited. Let me get some fantasy tips. I'm in the championship.
Okay.
Um, I've so far Lamar's dropped 30.
Yes.
My Tony Pollard just said he's out for this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I put in Amir Abdullah with the Raiders,
Amir Abdullah,
along with Devon Achane,
Devon Achane,
Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson. Here, I'll just show you in the camera.
Yeah, just show me. I can see. If you had a better camera, I could probably see that better. I can't see it.
Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Chig
Who's that?
Owowawa,
You got two players that already played. What's them points?
Quentin Johnson. He had almost 10 points,
Uh-huh.
and Chris Boswell with the Pittsburgh.
Who's the
and he had
quarterback?
4 points. Quarterback is Lamar, 30 points.
Oh, you good then. 30
No,
cool, 30
so
points for your quarterback. Long as
but
everybody after that make 10 to 12 points.
she had Puka, 22.
No matter.
Chargers defense for
Who's her quarterback?
Chargers defense for 12. Cam Dicker for 17. Her kicker got 17 points, dog.
Oh, shit.
And then Jared Goff.
That's
Monday.
her quarterback?
Yeah.
He playing Green Bay. He ain't gonna have all them
No,
points.
he's playing San Francisco.
Oh, he's playing San Francisco. He ain't gonna have all them points.
You think so?
They still got a good defense.
Josh Jacobs at Mini.
Huh?
For Minnesota's fighting for their life.
Yeah, they are. Because if either one of them lose, or if both of them lose, you know who goes number one? Us. Philadelphia Eagles. Because one of them play each other. They both play each other at the end of the year. So all we need to do is win out. We need to win tomorrow. We need to win tomorrow, and we need to win the next day. And then we need both of them to drop this weekend. And then when they play next weekend, one of them is going to lose.
So I got a question here.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Vikings defense, which is second best in the league.
To who?
They're projected to play 3.9.
Who they playing?
They're playing against the Packers in Minnesota. Or I have Tennessee's defense at Jacksonville.
I say Tennessee versus Jacksonville.
You like that one?
I like that more because I think I think Green Bay might score on because it's the thing about Vikings. They ain't blowing people out. They're winning by possession, a possession or two. So that means that their defense is vulnerable. They can get into a shootout and lose.
Cowboys at Philly. Defense is available.
Our defense is going to fuck them up. Their defense, no.
San Francisco defense at Detroit or against Detroit.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. See, this is what I think. They're injured, so they ain't got Sonic and Knuckles. They only got Knuckles.
What are you saying?
That's what they were. So that's what they were calling their running back, Sonic and Knuckles. Really? Just Jamar Gibbs and Montgomery. Or
I know I had Montgomery. I had him all year.
Montgomery, yeah, and then Montgomery is out.
Yep.
So now they only have Gibbs. You can, if you only worrying about Gibbs, you can shut that down because Gibbs is their thumper, and thumpers can get got.
What is it? Oh, like what is a thumper? Like a third down back?
Yeah, he's a third down back. Huh? Or was it Montgomery? So Sonic is Gibbs. Sonic can get got because all he doing is gonna bubble to the outside. He ain't gonna run through the line. They're gonna throw him a screen pass, or he gonna bubble something out to the right or left. And he's gonna get loose. You just gotta shut that down. And West End got a decent run. They got a decent linebacker group. They could stop that shit. They just couldn't stop Saquon Barkley.
The Niners.
No. Oh no. Niners they played. They got. No. I'm sorry. They do got good linebackers. And what's his name is elite against the run. Fred Warner is elite against the run, so they ain't gonna be able. They ain't fast, and he a linebacker. He gonna catch him.
Oh, so you want me to pick up the Niners defense?
No. I still want you to keep it. No, I'd say Tennessee versus Detroit. Tennessee versus Jacksonville.
Okay, I picked him up.
Cool. Well, this has been a good long ass podcast. I don't want it to get any longer because I'm gonna have to edit this shit unless we can find somebody who's good at editing. You know what? That's your homework. Go find somebody that's good at editing.
That's my homework.
Yeah, that's your homework. Cause I do all other shit. You can find somebody that can fucking edit for us.
Well, what are you editing? What's your goal with editing? Are you doing like every breath editing out?
Nope. Make it cohesive. Cut out the pauses. Slap some music in there, and maybe segment changes, annotations. That's it. Then they send it to me, and I'll slap in the intro and stuff.
I loved it last time, bro.
Huh?
I love the intro and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I'm getting tired. We've been doing this for an hour and 20 minutes. It is now 1 o'clock. This has been the Beautiful Nonsense Podcast. I'm out of here. Peace and hair grease. Adios. Hasta luego. Hasta mañana. All the astas out there. I'm out.
Later, dude.
All right, we're done recording.